Let's talk about the advanced hobbyist, wherein experience is required. Now, modern watch enthusiasts share several defining characteristics. Most are well traveled, with 95% traveling away from the home at least annually. Watch collecting appears to be a hobby of the mobile and globally connected. Critically, the watch collecting is rarely someone's first hobby. It functions as an advanced level of collecting pursuit, with pricing and the product complexity serving as barriers to entry. Most collectors develop experience through other hobbies first, and with this secondary interest significantly influence how they approach the watches. Yet, interestingly, brand awareness remains similar across experience levels for the well-known companies. The fragmentation occurs in the awareness of smaller niche brands wherein different collector groups may know entirely different brands. This suggests information flows abundantly but reaches different audiences rather than flowing uniformly across the hobby. Now let's talk about watches as social infrastructure. Now perhaps the most significant concern is the social dimension of the watch collecting. Some collectors report that their watch hobby represents their exclusive social outlet. In an era of declining in-person social opportunities, watches have become a rare avenue for adults to form friendships, particularly online. Now, previously, what we have observed is that watches have accessorized or enhanced existing social interactions. Today, watches facilitate those interactions from the start. Now, this represents a paradigm shift where the watches itself create the social fabric rather than operating within an existing one. Next, let's talk about the investment myth and the value reality. Now, majority of the collectors purchase at least one watch annually, but only one third ever sell the watches. This contradicts the narratives about investment-focused collecting. Now, while resale value awareness has increased as the residual effect of the investor mentality that temporarily invaded the hobby, most purchases are driven by personal wearing enjoyment rather than for speculation. Value considerations dominate purchase decisions across all budget levels and experience tiers. Collectors increasingly expect more for their money with each successive purchase. The longer someone collects, the more precise their tastes become and the more they explore alternatives also. The average spending limits have also risen, with collectors who previously capped around 3,000 now comfortable with spending around 5,000 per watch. This adjustment reflects changing retail prices and monetary inflation rather than increased enthusiasm for higher spending.